Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to build a fully functional insurance portal using React.js, White and Tailwind CSS. We will implement features like user able to log in into the system, listing insurance clients, claims and policies, and other features also. Everything is stylized with beautiful CSS with Tailwind. So this I'm going to try with complete all the feature related to that. In one of my previously I've already built like the features that are means mostly the backend part, that Spring Boot APIs. Those are basically already developed, which are basically available in the GitHub and in my tutorial in my channel. So I will also put that backend logic link in the description section. So before going to the detail of it, I hope one of my tutorial I've already covered that how we are going to create the React.js with Byte and the Tailwind CSS, how you are going to install the Tailwind CSS and init with this. Okay, so this is also available one of my tutorials, so I already I will provide the link in the description section also. Okay, so if you see, this is the Byte configurations and this is the Tailwind configurations, and this is the index, and other than this is the Tailwind, and there is the one CSS, yeah, this one. So here basically we need to put this CSS over here. Okay, so these are the things. Once this will done, so this is the project structure. So basically you need to install npm install and this react into your system. Prerequisite is to node should be installed into your system, then you are able to use this react. Okay, so if you see that structure wise, this pages basically contains all our skins like client form, claim list, then insurance, layout, all the informations is here. Okay, next basically we are going to build a login form using this Tailwind CSS and React. So here if you see, I am using the JSX. So this is the login.jsx file over here. So if you see, this is the form, okay, where we have created the div, and then these are the CSS that are basically I'm using from the Tailwind. Okay, and here this is the form we are defining here, username and then password. Okay, now once the submit will be clicked, this button, then it's basically called this handler login, and once this login will be clicked, then actually it will be navigate to the client. Currently I'm not using any token kind of things, but still I have means I am like provided the syntax that after receiving the token, like let's say once the login will be success, so for the login basically we need to call one API. So here basically we need to call the login API. So which will basically what it will do, it will validate the username and password from the backend, and in the response, if we received success, then it will return one JWT token. Okay, and this token basically you need to store over here, right? That means what it will be stored, why we need to store into the local storage. If we want to for the particular session we need to store this token, so that for nesting calling services, let's say after the logged in we need to call some another services, for that those token basically we need to use to call the another services. So that's why, but this portion is not completed yet. Okay, so here basically we just, once the login will be clicked, then it will be moved into the client section, client page. Okay, now so this is about the login one. So this is very simple and very straightforward in login basically. And finally we need to export because we need to use this login. If you see, this is the function login we need to use here. Okay. Now we need to implement the routing. Routing means after clicking which kind of link it will go to the which page, that we need to defining in the routing configuration. Okay, for that we need to install this another module, that is react routing router dom. In our app.jsx file basically we have defining this routing path. Okay, right. So here basically we use the routes and the route components to defining the path, like this is the routes and this the route to defining the path, like this claims, then register, then claims, policies, client form, claim form and the policy form. Okay, we will also create one layout component which wraps all protected routes in a sidebar, right? So this is the layout component which will basically protect this kind of uh, menus in the sidebar. Okay, I'm going to the detail about it in the later part, but just let's try to understand that how this route is basically used. Okay, so like default it will be go to the login page, and then it will go to the, if we pass the register, then it will go to the register. For client it will client list. These are the list. These are the basically different types of components. If you see, these are the different types of components, right? Okay, so this is about the, this way basically the login and the register pages are stay separate, right? These are the separate, while all the main app routes share in the sidebar layout, right? So these are basically in the, we have kept in the sidebar layout. Inside layout.jsx we use the outlet. Okay, so to render the active child root in the main content area. Now if we basically see this one, so here this is contains all the sidebar items. Okay, so here basically we have nav item, we have put all the details in this constant as a array element, and then we are iterating this nav item and then putting this as a link here, key, and this, right? So this way we are rendering these menus over here. And if you see this outlet we have added over here, means we can't render the active child root in this main content area. So for responsive sidebar basically using this tailwind flashbox we have used here for sidebar generation, right? So this layout basically includes these navigations links like clients, policies, add form and the logout. We also highlight the active route using React router this use location. Using this we are going to highlight that which one is basically active for now. So if you see using this we are just showing this in detail. It means based on this class name we are defining such a way so that it will be looks like active. So next basically we are going to adding this client form. So this will be one of the sidebar menus. So client form with validation. So this is the basically client form. So client form is basically contains this client name, client date of birth, client address, contact information and the policy ID. Okay, so here if you see this client name, here placeholder this, and in case of any errors like errors dot client name, or then it will basically show this errors. So if you see here, this is the errors, name is required. Maybe we can move this constraint in some separate file, but here we are just keeping the same thing under the same JSX file. So similarly we have added multiple validations for date of birth, the address, then contact information. Here basically you need to pass the mobile numbers, then valid contact number is required. So all the things are here we have defining. For that we have used this client form, like here we are using the use state. So client and the set client, then policies and then error. So these are the different types of state that we have used, and also we have call this use effect. Let's say there is some already existing policies we need to display, so that's why we need to call this get all policies and then setting the data over here. If we click this get all policies, so it's basically called this display all policy API. So related that policy by ID, save plus policy and the delete policy. Okay, so these are the policy related information. We have stored all the related APIs here. So this is about this client form, where basically we need to uh, define different types of form fields like client name, then date of birth, address, and then once it will click on the submit, then basically it will call this uh, this is the form, or yeah, on submit it will call this handle and submit, and then here if you see we are just calling the save client, and this save client actually call this information with this policy ID. Similarities, there are other fields also, like adding policy. So for that, this is the claim list. So for that, it's called this get all claims. It will pull all the claims from the database, and accordingly it will display the record like numbers, date, status, amount, and the action. Okay. So an action means it's a delete. So once it will click on the delete, then handle delete will be called, and then it will delete the claims from the database, right? So this is the client form. This is the claim form. So for the claim form, we are having these are the fields: claim number, claim description, claim dates, status, and the claim amount. Here also we have put it, these are the constant, and accordingly based on the field validations, we have displayed those numbers. Okay. So this is about the claim forms. Then client list, if we want to listing the clients, so for that it will call this get all clients. If you see it display all clients. For policy list, okay, come to that policy form. So for policy form, actually it's having this insurance policy number, policy type, coverage, premium, start date, end date. Okay, then once it will submit, then it will basically save the policy with this policy details, and it will display. For display, basically here this is the policy list. Now let me start this application in npm run dev. So once it will start, so it will started in this localhost 3000. So if you see this, initially it will start with the login page. So as you can see, we don't have any real calling, so that's why it will be redirect to the client list. So this is about the client list. This is the claims. So policies, list of policies. So from here basically we can create the policy. Okay. So let's see, if I'm not putting it, then the error messages will be show something like this. Okay. From here we can choose the date, and also from here these are the dates, right? 2025. Then from here we can choose the date, whatever date it is. Here also same. So if we put the details policy, let's say policy 01, then type, there are basically lot of things, improvements area, so that we can improve. Obviously there are a lot of validations we can choose, and it will be okay. So now if you see, policy saved successfully. Now if we go in the list of policies, you can see this is the displaying this data, right? Also you can delete from over here, so it will be deleted. If we want to add the client, we can adding the client name, then we can put any date over here. Okay, address, contact number, it's a 10 digit. Okay, then saving the policy, like client will be linked with some policies, right? In similar way, we can also do the same activity for the adding the client. We can add any client from over here. Okay, and for that basically we just need to put this kind of information, and any client basically while we are creating the any client, that client should be mapped with these policies, and then like here the is valid, when it does saved, then it will basically saved into a database. If we see the client list, then this is address something like this. Okay, so in this way basically we can delete feature is not implemented yet. So similarly, lot of features it's not implemented yet, but you guys can do let me know in the comment section that in which areas basically you need more details about it. But here the thing is that we need to add the policies first of all, then we need to add the client which is basically linked with that policies. Then we can do the claim for the same policies, because if you see that policies here, those actually while we are clicking on this claim, then it's basically linked with one policies, right? So we can add the claims from over here also. If we clicked on the logged out, then it will be redirect to us in the login page. So this is a very plain and simple, like logged in uh, with login and then log out and listing the clients, claims, policies. With also you can add the client, add claims, and add the policies. So these are the features, and this is the sidebar navigations that we have implemented the route for this one. Okay, so we have also added few validations over here, and for that, like we have used this React with Byte and Tailwind CSS for the design perspective. As a background backend part, basically, uh, we have used this Spring Boot applications. So this is already available in the in one of my channel. Okay, one of my channel tutorials. So I'll also share that linked in the description sections, and also like how you are going to create those uh, like uh, uh, React applications. So that tutorial also available in my channel, that also I will linked in the description section. So this is all about this one. I will put this code in the GitHub so that you guys can access from the Git. If you guys have anything, any improvement or any more features you guys are need, so you guys can do let me know in the comment section. This project you can also add into your, this means any project you can use, this is you can use also, so that you can you can learn from the skills that how you are going to create those things. This is all about this. If you guys have anything, please do let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to cover those topic in my next tutorial. Feel free to ask. Thanks for your time. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.